Welcome, people. Welcome to my global Philatelic project channel. Here we will talk about philately. That means stamps, or timbre, or seios if you want, or brief market, even francobolli or snatchki. So let's go. The topic today is cinema, in particular the science fiction TV series and movie Star Trek. Yes, this is a very interesting topic, not only because of a lot of curiosity, but because they made a lot of stamps all over the world. So relax, take your time, and first of all, of course, music. Space, the final frontier. This is the Voyager of the starships Enterprise, and so on. This was the beginning of every episode that started to appear on a US TV from 1966. And suddenly it became the sort of icons of the idea of the future, how we think about the future. For example, the teletransport that they got inside the Enterprise starships, or the laser gun. Everything is inside our mind, and we think about the future in that way. And also other movie use this, we can say, technique, because it was a cinematographic technique, to create the future, the hypothetical future in the space for the man. So this movie became an icon, and it started with this TV series, but then there was a movie, there was comics, and of course there's also stamps, and we are talking about this. That means how the crew led by James Kirk, the captain of Enterprise, enter inside the philately. This is the first stamps, Paraguay, 1979, in which appear the Starship Enterprise. Yes, but the stamps is dedicated to a physician, a German physician, Hermann Oberth, that was a pioneer in rocketry and astronautics. Really great personality, but the stamps, it's absolutely incredible how the authority of Paraguay connected the so important physician with Star Trek. It means two visions of the future, one science fiction and the other reality. From this moment on, a lot of states make this kind of connection between Star Trek, or anyway, some characteristic, in this case Enterprise, and some scientists like this one in the Comores Island, or simply to celebrate the serial TV or the movie that came out in that period. Philatelic World starts to celebrate Star Trek, the movie of Star Trek, in 1994 with this Guyana, and not only, issue that reproduced the actor of this movie, that of course changed during the time, because it's really a long period of transmission. One season is in production, and of course it wouldn't be impossible to have the same original actor than the original series, it's evident. But anyway, stamps continue to celebrate this movie with a lot of stamps from Australia, Gambia, Micronesia, Maldives, Liberia, and so on. In particular, after the year 2000, it grew up a lot. But the crucial year was 2016. 2016 because it was the 15th anniversary of the first TV serial. And in this video I would like to analyze the set of Canada, set in all the philatelic product that Canada issue to celebrate Star Trek, and the USA issue, and also the UK issue in 2020. So Canada and USA in 2016, and in 2020 UK. So let's start with Canada. 2016, we have to split this issue in two parts. One dedicated to the actors of the movie, and the other dedicated to the starships. Okay, start with the starships. We have got three values about them. So, in the first one, as you can see at the top, there is a Klingon battle starships. Klingon are the civilization, the bad guys. That means the civilization against the confederal federation of the planets that was represented by Enterprise. And down the Klingon starship, there is our Enterprise, the hero of us. And these are two values issued in roll. The third value is quite normal starship for transport. Normally they use the teletransport, but sometimes they use between one starship and the other these starships for transport. Anyway, this is a separate value, but it's okay, it is one of them. Then now it's time to talk about the block. The block is curious, $5 plus $5, so not enormous value, but it's curious because it's a lenticular block. What does it mean? That if you move it, you got the idea of the movement of Enterprise. And so it's curious because it's quite rare that Canada make this kind of strange visual things. But anyway, this happened in this issue. But it's not all, because as you can see, Canada made the prestige booklet adhesive with the protagonist of the different episode and movie of Star Trek, and this one that is the booklet with the original series actors. So you can see Kirk or Spock or Dr. McCoy, Scott, and so on. So this is a sort of global vision of what it was, Star Trek, from the starship's point of view, but also from the actor point of view. The set of the United States of 2016 was more elaborated in the sense that, as you can see, we are talking about four value, but there are no actor, there are no action of the movie, it's a sort of symbolic vision of the main things that appear in this movie. For example, the transport, the teletransport, the symbol. The second one, the yellow one, is the symbol that the people of the crew got on their uniform, and the starships, and the hands that say hello as in Vulcanian way. So something that is different point of view of this kind of movie, and it's interesting because it's not normal vision, not the normal vision that you have from the other stamps in all over the world. And so it's interesting. Of course, they distribute in a sheetlet, and they made this for FDC. By the way, about the United States, I have to say that before this set, in 1999, US made a set about the century. That means the most important fact happened in the century, in the past century, divided decade by decade. In a decade dedicated to the year 60s, this one, you can see at the top the starship Enterprise of Star Trek, to see how this TV series became, famous and important. Inside this set there is Martin Luther King, or Vietnam War, or baseball, or Beatles, or something like this. So it was a phenomenon, social phenomenon, that started from the TV. And now we give a look to the set made by the UK Postal Office. Here we are. We have got 10 different values with 10 different actors, men and women. Before there were no women, if you remember, and with the starships behind them. So this is, well, the explanation of the set. Only the, to say, positive hero. There are no Klingon or other bad guys that appears in a Star Trek shitlet that is a sort of, I don't want to say private issue because it's not, but personalized issue, we can call it this way. You can use it in a postal office as a tax, so it's absolutely the regular stamp. But sometimes the UK post office made this kind of product. They are very interesting. We talked about it about the Metallica issue made 1 year ago, so it's not a surprise for us. In this sheetlet, there are some episodes of the movie and of course also the bad characters inside of them. Anyway, they made also the FDC, 2 FDC, 5 value plus 5 value, and a prestige booklet. This one that you can see in which the protagonist was the Starship's Enterprise, and inside there are all the characters of this movie, and well, from my point of view, it's really fantastic and it's really nice to have it to complete this kind of collection. Okay, I know that is a super large topic and there is a lot of other stamps to talk because really a lot of nation issue with this kind of topics. But here we are. I can't take all your time and mine too. So thank you very much to follow me also in this time about the cinema. Every first Wednesday of the month we will talk about cinema. 1 month ago Charlie Chaplin. Today Star Trek. Next one probably The Lord of the Ring. But anyway, step by step we will make all. Thank you. Like or subscribe the channel if you want, and here we are for tomorrow. Have a nice philatelic day. Bye bye.